Hey, thanks for joining us for another edition of the Creek Catch-Up. We're talking all things Albion Park harness racing, and again, there's a lot to talk about. We'll start with this Saturday night, 10-race program, our Team Teal theme race night coming through. What about last week? We had 11 races at Albion Park last Saturday night. The girls won 7 of the 11 races, spearheaded by Talia McMullen, who landed a treble, her big sister Narissa with a double, also in the winner's circle, Chloe Butler, and also Trista Dixon. So here's hoping the girls can do it again. They've got the girls only race night or race coming through, part of this 10 race program on the weekend, so all female drivers going around there. I think it's race number 5 on the card, so that promises to be a very good night on Saturday night. Just on last week as well with Narissa McMullen. She won the Open last week with Ideal World, and that victory brought up career win number 200 as far as Narissa is concerned, as far as the training aspect is concerned. She's got stacks of winners as far as the driving, but that was career win number 200 when Ideal World was able to lead all the way in the free-for-all. And speaking of the free-for-all, that kicks off the 10-race program on Saturday night as well. Star Gallery is now in town. He trialled impressively last week, leading all the way, rating fast time, a brilliant last half, as you would expect from a horse of this quality, and he's got barrier 1. Mr. Freeze draws directly behind him, Speeches Silver in 9, and LL Cool J, who struck a little bit of trouble last week, he's got the outside of the second row. So that promises to be a really good race to start the card on Saturday night. And the final race is the trotting free-for-all for PSP. It's a mobile starter race, and that too is also a very good race. The recently crowned Queensland Trotter of the Year, Sir Fahrenheit, steps out in that race. Speaking of good racing coming up this weekend, Friday we've got the second round of heats for the Jim McNeil Trotting Championship as well. This is a good series. The action last week was very good, and I'm tipping round 2 action on Friday will also be very, very good. Last Sunday in Brisbane, Howard Smith Wharves, we had the Queensland Awards Night, and Gerarda's Delight was crowned the Queensland Horse of the Year for 2021, and that was courtesy of her Group 1 success in the Golden Girl. She was also able to take out the Queen of the Creek. She was placed in the Fleur de Lille Ladyship Stakes. She was able to win a free-for-all throughout the year as well for Jack Butler. Owner Ray Carl and regular driver Brendan Barnes. She was beaten on Tuesday down in Sydney at Menangle. That was against Pelosi, and she's now on her way back. She is expected to arrive back in Queensland this weekend, and as you would expect, the main aim with Gerarda's Delight is going to be a title defence of the Golden Girl. But to all of those that were crowned winners last week at the awards night, congratulations. It was a very enjoyable night down there. Now, news coming through as well this week from Racing Queensland in partnership with the Albion Park Harness Racing Club. The first invitation has been issued for the 2022 Rising Sun feature at Albion Park. This is the new feature, inaugural edition last year. Amazing Dream was able to win it, and this year it's Rising in Stakes, and the first invitation has been issued. Bondi Lockdown, fresh off his amazing run last week in the Chariots of Fire, he has been issued the first invitation, and Aaron Dunn, his owner, trainer and driver, has accepted. So we'll see the son of Sunbeach somewhere back in Brisbane during the winter. Bondi Lockdown bound for Brisbane. A get well call to Adam Sanderson, struck down by appendicitis last week. He had surgery. All is okay, so hopefully he'll be back at the track sooner rather than later. Lola Wiedemann, she's out at the moment with a broken arm, so hopefully it's going to be a speedy recovery for Lola as well. And Luke Whitaker, the promising young Kiwi reinsman, he's on the move as well, but he is going to remain in Queensland. He's just leaving the stables of Daryl Graham, and he's going to take up another position elsewhere, but he is still available for drives, Luke Whitaker. Last Sunday down in Sydney, the Nutrien sale was held, and it was interesting to see Scott Steele down there, the chief executive of Albion Park, checking it all out. Queensland buyers at that sale as well, Dean Shannon and Shannon Price, both purchasing lots from that sale as well. So we'll see if there's any more news to come there as far as that is concerned. Speaking of Menangle this weekend, big Queensland interest, Grant Dixon, the Seymours, they've got a number of horses stepping out. Goldie's A Delight has qualified for the Group 1 New South Wales Oaks. The emergency is Racy Roxy, and as far as the 3-year-olds are concerned, Leap to Fame steps out. Tim's a Trooper steps out as well. Colt 31 finished at the rear of the field last week, so we'll see if there's any sort of update with Colt 31, whether he's going to come back to Brisbane or remain in Sydney. And I mentioned Pelosi earlier. Great to see her in the winner's circle on Tuesday afternoon. She was able to score down there, beating Ruby's Fatash and Gerarda's Delight. The time was strong as well. I mentioned the free-for-all, which is the first race on Saturday night. Really good race. Northview Hustler, he was at the trials earlier in the week. He was able to win that trial. Young Brie Evans taking the drive on Northview Hustler, so he's obviously close to a racetrack return. Turn It Up, maybe next week we'll see Turn It Up back at the races for Shane Graham and Vicky Rasmussen. And as far as Star Galleria is concerned, he looked really good winning that trial last week, leading all of the way. So that's all the news that we have for you this week on the Creek Catch-Up. We'll see you trackside. 10 races Saturday night. Team Teal theme race night. Our first race getting underway at 5:15. If you're keen on a bet, I reckon WeWire and Race 8 is going to be very hard to beat, but you'll get Kate Butt's best bets coming through on the social pages across the weekend. Until next time,